Hello and welcome to Thrive Within. I am your host, Mark Bucksath, a life coach, educator, and someone who's passionate about helping you live your life more fully, honestly, and aligned with who you really are. This podcast is your space for real talk and focused coachings on things like confidence, purpose, boundaries, self-doubt, and personal growth. So whether you're on a walk, taking a break, or just giving your brain a moment to breathe, I am so glad you're here. Let's get into it. Before we move forward, let's pause and take a look back. Over the last episodes, we've explored values, boundaries, doubt, rest, confidence, and the power of self-trust. You've asked hard questions, you've reflected deeply, and you've practiced slowing down. And here's the thing. Growth doesn't just happen in the learning moments. It happens in the pauses in between, in the way you carried a single reflection into your week. In the way that you noticed a shift in your inner voice. That's integration. When wisdom moves from your notebook into your nervous system, from something heard to something I love, that's powerful. And today's episode is all about that. Coming home to yourself, recognizing the shifts you've made and choosing how to carry them forward. Because this isn't the end of the journey. It's the beginning of a deeper one. What does it mean to come home to yourself? It's not about arriving at some perfect version of you. It's about recognizing the place inside where you no longer have to perform, where you can exhale, where your worth isn't up to debate. Homecoming feels like speaking without rehearsing, or resting without guilt, or saying yes or no without needing approval. It's showing up for yourself with the same devotion you show others. And here's the truth. It's not a one-time event. It's a practice. Every time you pause instead of rushing, every time you honor your values instead of betraying them, every time you treat yourself with compassion instead of criticism, you're coming home. We often chase transformation, big changes, dramatic breakthroughs, proof that we're evolving, but integration is quieter, it's steadier, and it's far more sustainable. Transformation says, become someone new. Integration says, bring all of who you are into alignment. It's the difference between striving and arriving, between chasing an ideal and living your truth. When you integrate, you don't erase the old version of yourself, you honor them for what they taught you. You gather the lesson. You fold them into the person you're becoming. And that's how you move forward without leaving yourself behind. Let me share with you a story. A few years ago, I was running full tilt, work, family, projects. I was in motion from the moment I woke up to the moment I collapsed in bed. And on the outside, it looked like I had it all together, but inside, oh man, I felt like a stranger in my own skin. One night I got home after a 16-hour day. I dropped my bag at the door, sat down at the kitchen table, and realized I didn't remember the drive home. My body had been on autopilot. I looked around the quiet house because everyone was asleep, and I felt this deep wave of grief. Not because anything was wrong, but because I had been so absent from my own life. I was doing so much, but I wasn't here. So I did something small. It's almost laughably small. Poured myself a glass of water. I sat back down, and I just breathed. No phone, no TV, no to-do list. Just the sound of my own breath. And in that moment, I felt myself come back. Not in a fireworks or epiphany sort of way, but in presence. The night was a homecoming. Not because my circumstances had changed, but because I showed up for myself again. Now, let's turn this reflection towards you. I want you to consider what makes you feel most like yourself. Where do I feel most at peace? Who or what helps you return to that center? These are your landmarks. This is your inner compass points. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You just let the questions land and let them stir something inside. Coming home to yourself isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's about honoring the places where your soul sighs in relief. Here are a few journaling prompts or quiet reflections to carry with you. What have I learned about myself this season? What am I ready to release? What do I want to carry forward? You don't have to write a full essay. Even one line is enough. One word even. The point isn't length, it's honesty. So take a deep breath and let those questions settle into your bones. And let's anchor this. Your inner compass is the collection of your values, boundaries, desires, and truths. It's the part of you that knows when something feels right or when it doesn't. The world will always pull you. They'll pull you towards opportunities, expectations, opinions, and they'll tug in every direction. But your compass, it's steady, it's internal, and it doesn't shout, it whispers. And when you feel scattered, return to it. And when you're not sure of what to say or when to say yes or to say no, check in with it. When you feel like you've lost yourself, let it remind you who you are. Integration is simply living by that compass, moment by moment. Let's close with something tangible. Place your hand on your heart and take a deep breath. And say silently, or aloud if you can, I am coming home to myself. Let that be your anchor today. Not as a cliche, but as a compass point. Carry it into your choices, your pauses, your conversations. Let it shape the way you speak to yourself and others. You don't need to have a whole journey mapped out. You just need to take the next step home. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If this episode resonated, follow the show, share with a friend, or leave a kind review. It helps more people find these conversations. And if you're ready to go deeper, check out my books and learn more about my coaching with me at guidedpathcoaching.crd.co. Until next time, be kind to yourself. You're already doing better than you think.